Hey,
First day of training camp, how did everything go?
thought it went great. There's a lot of excitement in the building. It's fun to see everyone working, everyone in the gym. I thought it was a good day.
Coach Sydney, she's our first female assistant coach in franchise history.
Mhm.
Talk to us about what went into that decision.
She's one of the best coaches out there, and I wanted the best coaches on my staff, and she met all the criteria. It was something she earned, and she shows it every day. Constant professional, someone I can count on. So we're extremely lucky to have her on our staff. For the most part, I think Chris was the only one but he's doing quality work. Just he had a great summer. We just want to, uh, build Rome in a day. He'll get back to it, and we'll find a ways to incorporate him as we move forward.
Along those lines, as you kind of build out this week, do you anticipate everyone being available for Chicago, or is it sort of day by day? Like, how have you kind of
Yeah,
looked at this week in terms of getting, especially
yeah.
getting all the guys together for some games?
Well, we have some dates, and just preparing guys. We want to be smart about it as well. But we had a great first day, and Giannis was terrific. Dame was terrific. Um, you know, again, it's a process, and I thought our one thing that I was looking at is our competitive spirit of the team, and I thought um, it was terrific. So just take the next day, which is tomorrow.
So I'm curious, thinking back to a week ago, what you think about installing offensively to what you're doing now. How much is that going to change? And what have these kind of like 5 days thinking about all that?
Well, it's not rocket science. You just got to put those players in a position where they succeed. And he's an elite pick and roll player, probably one of the best in NBA history. And you just put them in position and let their talents speak for themselves. And that's just part of being a head coach. Is you're not reinventing the wheel. Your job is just to put them in a position that where they can thrive. And the ball will be in his hand as well as the ball will be in Giannis' hands. But they are leading, pick and rolls and making teams pay, and they're underrated passers. I don't think that both get enough credit for their passing capabilities. So they're team first people. So we're just lucky to have them.
First day training camp, like what are you kind of thinking about as far as let's really get after it and make sure
Hmm.
everyone gets a good sweat in
Hmm.
versus all right, we do need to like walk through some stuff, install some stuff, and get
Well,
everything.
I think for it's a hybrid. I don't like to stop and talk. I believe in kind of you learn by doing, and we just give them some basic principles and foundation how we want to play on the defensive end. That's pressuring the ball, impacting bodies, being physical, protect the paint, uh, contest shots, and then block out. And then on the offensive end, you just want to play with a little bit more pace, get to our spots. So we give them some basic principles out there. But today I wanted to really play, and you you kind of learn more to me by going through the actions. But it was great. I thought they responded very well. We had a couple one-on-ones tournament, and Giannis won that tournament, and he's hard to stop one-on-one. So, but it was fun watching everybody in the gym.
Any thoughts for you this morning or during practice? Okay, here we go. Every week this happening.
It's the work. The magic's in the work. So I, I've always been a worker. I believe in work. So it's not anything foreign to me or anything that I have to do out of the ordinary. So we just focus on how can we get better each day, and then you let the results speak for yourself. It's really no pressure in my opinion. Pressure only comes when you're not prepared. I think we're going to be well prepared. Um, you just got to focus on the right stuff, and that's just being hard nosed on the defensive end, sharing the ball on the offensive end, and making your teammates better.
You got the one-on-one tournament you just said.
Yeah.
Is that something y'all will do regularly in practice to kind of
Periodically, just one of our pillars is competitive spirit, and you have to find ways in practice to nurture that competitiveness every day. Um, One of the messages that I was speaking to the team is, um, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. our focus is on, keeping the end in mind, and we want to be physical now. So when the playoffs come, we don't have to be, talk about let's get physical. That's going to be part of our DNA. And then it comes down to competing, So we started competing from day one, and I thought they responded well.
Will you be able to play physically during the regular season? Because a lot of times they call it different in the postseason.
Well, I think you could do both. You could play physical and defend without fouling. It's part of us as coaches is teaching them the right way to be physical, play within the rules. But, also when you establish yourself as a physical team, I think it helps you, from the beginning. But, you got to adjust to the rules and you got to adjust to the calls. But I like our teams to start out being the most physical team.
What are your thoughts on the flopping violation and how that's going to be called this year?
I think the number one priority of the NBA is keep the integrity of the game because it's all about our fans, and we want our fans to have a great experience. And if you trust, it's our relationship with the league is built on trust, and you trust that they have the the right interest in mind, the best interest in mind for our fans, and we're all for it. It's part of the game, and again, for us coaches, we have to coach within the rules. And the rule says, you're going to be penalized for flopping, then we got to teach our players how to operate within the rules.
Do you think there's been more offensive flopping or defensive flopping?
Well, I was a defensive guy, so I'm always going to blame the offense. I think every offensive guy is going to blame the defense, So, but I don't ever see it as a bad thing because the players are smart and they're intelligent, and they're going to find ways to gain a competitive edge. And I see nothing wrong with it. It's always going to be that way. Every time you change the rules, the players are smart and they want to compete and they want to win, and they're trying to compete within the rules. And it was our job just to maintain the integrity of the game, but I see nothing wrong with it. I mean, we'll see. Again, you could be physical without fouling. Just the way it is being taught. Just basic. If you extend your arms, probably going to get called for a foul. Things like that. So, I knew what I can get away with. I knew what I couldn't get away with. But again, you can't call every foul. So. Maybe you're right early on. If we establish ourselves as a physical team, I think that will help us in the long run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great experience, but I cringe when it's not really about me. It's so much bigger. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally humbled to be able to coach this team, but it's about the city, it's about the players that come in and sacrifice every day. I played this game, so I know all the sacrifices that they make on a daily basis. And as coaches, we're just fortunate, especially when you have a roster like this, just to be able to coach them. So, I just keep the main thing, and that's the players. It's always been about them, and it always will be about them, because they are the people that put our fans in the seats.
I'm sure you built a defensive plan and offensive plan with Drew in mind. What have the meetings been like, or did you call more meetings than you thought in the last 5 days to just sort of, Dame is not Drew, and vice versa? What has that been like in the last week?
They are a bit different as far as their offensive style of play, but both of them are elite. Drew is a phenomenal player, and then you get a player in Dame who has different qualities, but kind of out of this world talent. And again, it's kind of black and white. As far as you put him in a position to succeed, and he's had I'm not asking him to be anything except Damian Lillard, and that's plenty. And he's excelled in pick and rolls. He's excelled making big shots and helping his team win. And we need every bit of him. When we don't need him to be anything more or less than what he's done, the last 11 years of his career.
You're more looking at like huge changes in the last
No, just
decade or
I
so
mean,
for what you thought you'd be doing with up at the top. You know what I mean? Like they are different defensively.
well,
So I just didn't know if it was like, okay, let's get some film on Damian
no.
and how we're changing some things up.
The goal is always the same, and that's to outscore the opponent. So with Dame, you got your chances kind of increase, and it's a luxury to have. I know what you're saying. I'm just being a little smart. But no, like we've had meetings. We've obviously, we have to have a package, moving forward, fourth quarter package, in the game package. Like we've definitely on top of that. My staff been great. But right now, it's about them just building some chemistry, getting to know each other. It is a new team, different faces, so they got to learn and grow, find out each other's strengths and non-strengths. I don't like saying weaknesses, non-strengths. Player development coach here, but it's good problem to have.
Speaking of chemistry, I would assume, I don't know this for a fact, but I would guess four of your starters,
Mm-hmm.
that fifth starter that shooting guys, how do you kind of approach that as a coach? Are you thinking hard, you gotta name a starter now and
No.
work through it, or is that kind of an open competition?
No, it'll be earned. One of our, I messaged the team today, and we have all in, and it's one of our kind of slogans that we're living by, and being part. All in means no terms. Like it's really, a lot of players to say, hey, he's gone, well, it's my turn. Well, you get what you earn. If you earn it, it's your turn, but nothing's going to be given. And I like it that way because you really get to see what guys who really wants it bad enough. But at the same time, chemistry is important. We want to put, and it's fair to say that Giannis and Chris and Brooke, Dane, those are the four horsemen, and we got to find someone else who complements them. But again, it's open, and whoever is in that spot is because they've earned it.